Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video I'm going to show you a couple of useful hacks if you're going to pick anybody up from London Heathrow Terminal 3 arrivals. I do this all the time so we get to know all the little tricks of the trade, if you like. So we picked this video up as we're just about to go into the tunnel which leads us right into the centre of Heathrow, where you can get to Terminal 3 and Terminal 2. So you get to this point. If you're coming down from the M4, there's the link road that runs directly south from the M4 into this tunnel. So as you go into the tunnel, coming to Terminal 3, you need to be in the left-hand lane, because when you come out the other side of the tunnel, there are basically 4 lanes. The 2 right-hand lanes go to Terminal 2, and the 2 left-hand lanes go to Terminal 3. If you get it wrong at this point, you could go up to Terminal 2 and then have to go round and pay £6 to go round. It's madness. So make sure you get into one of the 2 lanes on the left, and when we come out the other end, you'll see there's signs for all the terminals, but they all come upon you fairly quickly. The lane you need to be in for the arrivals car park is lane 2. Lane 1 will take you to Terminal 3 drop-off area. Lane 2 takes you to the car park. Lane 3 goes to Terminal 2, and that's the drop-off. And lane 4 will take you to Terminal 2 car park arrivals. So it's really important at the end of this tunnel that you get into the correct lane. So I need to be in lane 2. I've been tracking my flight on Flight Radar and Heathrow's very own app they've got for arrivals. So you can do that by putting the flight number into Flight Radar or to Heathrow app. You can download them easily and you can track the flight. Now, us drivers, we sit off at a couple of locations nearby. There we are, there's the signs above us now. So Terminal 3, Lane 2, short stay car park is where you're heading for. So yeah, us drivers, we know the areas really well. So what we do is we get down early, we go to one of our favourite sit-off points, which my favourites are, there's 2 McDonald's stores on Bath Road, where you've got an hour free parking. So I normally park there, go and get myself a cup of coffee, and I've got an hour. I set a timer for 55 minutes as soon as I drive in, because if you go over, you get a parking charge notice and you don't want one of those. So lane 2, so as you see, lane 1 goes off to Terminal 3 drop-off, and to the right of us is the lanes to Terminal 2. So in a second we'll be peeling off to the right to go under the height barriers into Terminal 3 short stay car park. And just ahead of us now, when we come around this corner, is Terminal 3. And on the left you've got the Virgin upper class lounge, if ever you're picking anybody up from there. That's just on the left through a set of barriers just around the corner. Sorry about the sun in the camera. So the car park, there's 2 lanes going to the car park. We filter off to the right just here. Take it nice and gently, because you generally find there's queues of traffic and people swapping lanes because they think one's running a bit faster, but there's no real rush. So at this point you're coming up to a ticket barrier. So you take a ticket from the barrier, make sure you keep it safe with you. And then you're heading for the spiral ramp ahead of us. Now this is the first hack that's really useful to know. When we get to the first level in a second, there's always a sign that says the car park is full. It never is. They try and prevent people from parking on that first level. They want you to go up the ramps. Now as the arrivals is on the ground floor, if you park on level 1, you've only got to go across a bridge link and down some steps or a lift into the arrivals. And very often there's a guy stood here in a high-vis jacket at the top of here, where you turn right in a second, and he's often trying to wave you on to go up the ramps, but don't, just ignore him. Just go straight past him and turn right. So you see there's a sign there, they're hesitating. The sign says full. It's not full, I'm going to go round, and you'll see there's plenty of spaces. So that's the first little hack that you can remember. Now again, as you're coming down here, you've got to watch for trolleys, you've got to watch for cars pulling out all over the place. It's a nightmare sometimes. People walking aimlessly. So there will be a space somewhere along here, I hope, he says. But as usual in England, they don't make spaces too big. I'm going to go around the other side actually. Oh no, there's one there. I'm going to go there. That's quite useful actually, this one, because it's right near the walkway through. So I always reverse into spaces because it's easy to get out. And you just got to remember that when you get your passengers in, that they've got room to get through the door. So just reversing into a space now, giving the car beside me plenty of room. And the passenger I'm picking up has only got hand luggage, but I still need to get my boot open, so I need to remember that. And there's enough room to the left for him to get in the car and enough room for me to get out. So I'll now take you into the terminal and show you where you go, and I'll show you the second hack as well. So you may remember I parked next to this barrier, so I've given the passenger plenty of room to get through. So we head through here now. Again, watching for cars. Keep watching for cars.
Where are you?
And just over there is the terminal where the ticket machines are for the car park. But if you do need the loo, there's one just round here, which is quite useful to know actually, because the one in the terminal is quite a trek away from where you come out. So there's male and female toilets there. So you're heading this way. So the car park is across to there. We've just come through that yellow walkway. And then the second hack I mentioned was when you come to the ticket machine, pay for your ticket on the way in, because you get an extra 15 minutes by doing that. So I'm going to log off now and do my ticket. So they're the ticket machines. Now we just need to walk across the bridge link, which is this way. If you track your flight, like I said to do, you can sit in the waiting position for up to an hour, and then you can wait until the flight's almost on its way in, and then you can head in to the terminal, because you get 30 minutes on the ticket for £7.50 currently, and then it jumps up after 30 minutes, but if you do the ticket like I said, you get 45 minutes, which is quite useful. So it's worth tracking the flight and planning your arrival into the terminal. So over on the right are the lifts to go down a level, but I always use the steps because it helps get my steps in for the day. It's quite useful to do that, and it's sometimes quicker as well. So you'll see in a second where and over there that's the drop-off area for Terminal 3, which was lane 1 feeding into there. So then this is the ground floor where the arrivals hall is, and you see it's quite big. There's a Nero's coffee house there, and if you do need a loo in the terminal, they're right up that far end ahead of us there. So the one in the car park is quite useful. So there's 2 hacks. Level 1, ignore the full sign, and then get your ticket on the way in. And then this is the arrivals hall where passengers come through. Drivers generally stand just there or against the barrier just here. And then they will come through, your passengers will come through just through there. So I hope that video has been useful. If you find it useful, give us a like, give us a comment. If you need to know any further information on Terminal 3 arrivals, please comment below. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel and make sure you ring the bell, you'll get notified of when I post any other terminal videos. Thank you for watching.